I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Today's video is about the sixth poem. The video feed got cut off when I was introducing uh, the poem. It was a long introduction, but it's important because this is exactly what the sixth poem is about. This is exactly what the sixth poem is about. So it's the introduction to the sixth poem. So you can always refer to the to y.how/sixth-poem. That's y.how/sixth-poem to understand more about what I mean as the introduction, because it was a 45-minute long introduction to introduce the sixth poem. So please watch that one first and understand what I mean by this poem, because this poem is the sixth poem. And it's an important one. It's on Substack and it's on YouTube. So let's dive into the poem, and then please refer to the previous video so you understand what this poem is about. But I'm gonna still talk about it again. So I'm gonna read it first, and then go sentence by sentence. So you don't rise to the occasion. You sink to your level of training. No more, no less. When competing, those with better training than you will always rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Become the best trained and rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Okay? So why is it that I had an introduction about infinity itself and creation itself for this poem? So I'm going to read it one more time and explain myself. You don't rise to the occasion. You sink to your level of training. No more, no less. When competing, those with better training than you will always rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Become the best trained and rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Okay, so you don't rise to the occasion. Because what's the occasion? The occasion is this notion of an event, a circumstance, something that happens here and now. The occasion. So you don't rise to the occasion because the occasion happens. Okay? So there's not such a thing as rising to the occasion, because the occasion is the one that rises. Okay? So the occasion rises, just like the sun rises every day. The occasion rises, not you. You don't rise to the occasion. The occasion rises. So you are part of the occasion. The occasion manifests itself in here and now. It's the occasion that rises, not you. Okay? And what's the occasion? Well, the occasion is creation itself. It's infinity itself. It's here and now, it's the moment. Okay? It's understanding that. It's understanding that we're conscious and self-aware and we live in the moment. We live here and now. And I have this long introduction that got cut off purposely because exactly this. So then again, you don't rise to the occasion. The occasion rises. Okay? It's the occasion that shows up here and now. Okay? So you are just present, you are witness, you're conscious and self-aware here and now in the present moment, and the occasion shows up is the event, the circumstance, the eventuality, whatever it is. And it's understanding this. Because it's what gives us consciousness and self-awareness in the first place. I'm gonna get to it in a second. So you sink to your level of training. You see, you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to your level of training. And what's your level of training? Well, your level of training is your consciousness, your self-awareness, your ability of knowing who you are, compass, sundial, infinite eternal creators. Because this is who we are, this is our nature. This is who we are, this is our nature. We're infinite eternal creators. We're sundials. We're compasses. We're benevolent species. And our level of self-awareness about who we are and our capabilities to create with our heart and our love determines our level of training. Because it's here and now when this happens. You see? And what is this? It's understanding what infinity is, which is the introduction that I was talking about. Is having the humility to understand what infinity is and accept it for what it is. infinite self-awareness, infinite consciousness that allow us in the first place to exist through the human heartbeat. So we can be conscious and self-aware and be hamas and use our compass and be sundials. This is what the level of training is, understanding this very, very basic notion. And you sync to your level of training is you get to where you at in terms of self-awareness and consciousness as an infinite eternal creator when the occasion rises. Because you don't rise to the occasion rises, the event happens here and now in your life. Okay? So it's not such a thing as rising to the occasion, because it's the occasion that rises, just like the sun rises. So, hey, that's the point. You don't rise to the occasion rises, just like the sun. You sink to your level of training. Meaning your self-awareness, your consciousness, your nature, understanding who you are. You live to love and you love to live. So you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to your level of training, no more, no less. When competing, and what is the meaning of competing? Competing is living, is life, is the theater, is the scene, is the stage, is our life's journey, is the choices that we make, is our compass, our purposeful daily action, the way, the path, the journey, the course, being on the way, getting to our destination on true north. That's what competing is. Yeah, this is the competition. The competition is yourself, is your life, is your journey. You're a purposeful creator. You're an infinite eternal creator. This is who we are. So that's the competition. When competing is that, when living. Those with better training than you, meaning those humans, those compasses, those sundials out there that are just like you, but they're more conscious and more self-aware. Okay? They're more conscious and more self-aware than you are. Because they are the level of training, meaning the experience, the level of self-awareness, the love for themselves, is at a different stage. They're in a higher scale. They're a little bit deeper in the journey. They're more conscious, they're more self-aware. Will always rise to the occasion. Meaning that the ones who understand that the occasion is the one that happens here and now. Because they understand this notion. They understand that it's through self-awareness and consciousness. It's through self-awareness and consciousness that we understand that it's the occasion that rises, not us. Because we know who we are, infinite love and infinite creation. And because of that, then they will rise to the occasion, meaning they would be able to meet the occasion as it rises. You see, they will be able to get in sync as sundials with the sun as it rises, with the here and now, with the moment, with the event, because they will be one with the event, because they are conscious, they're self-aware, they're in the moment, they're here and now. And this is obviously there to teach us that lesson. This is there to teach us that lesson, to understand that those with better training than us are those that are here to teach us lessons, so we can actually get to that level of training, to get to that level of competition, because they're leaders, they're examples, they're defenders just like us, but they're just a little bit deeper in the journey. They're more conscious, they're more self-aware, they understand this better, they're hamas, and then they got in the way. They got in the way. So this is why we all, as a collective, as a human species, we all learn from each other, because we sink to our level of training, and the way we keep getting better is by learning from those that are better trained. It's all about love. It's all about resonating with that. It's all about that. It's all about understanding that. It's all about understanding that those that are better trained are there to teach us, so we can get to the level of training. So then when the occasion rises, then we meet the occasion. We'll always rise to the occasion in that sense, because the occasion is there in the moment, in the present moment with us. And we can, in the here and now, comprehend it for what it is and be loving, and take the action that is required of us, so we can actually compete, which is the stage of life, the platform, the scene. You see where we stand, our life's journey, the stage. So that where we are, the theta, you see, as actors of our own lives with our free will, with a purposeful daily action. So this is what that is. This is what that is. Hey. So, and then become the best trained, meaning become the best version of yourself, who you are, and love yourself, understand who you are, understand our nature, our infinite nature, understand that we are here to create. So that's what we are, conscious and self-aware. We are here to create. This is what we are here for. We are here to create. And rise to the occasion, as in like you meet the occasions as the occasion rises, shows it presents itself here and now, in the eternal present, in the present moment, which is the only thing that we have. Everything else is a fantasy, is an illusion. The only thing that we really have is the here and now, is the moment. So that's what this means. So I'm going to read it one more time. You don't rise to the occasion. You sink to your level of training. No more, no less. When competing, those with better training than you will always rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Become the best trained and rise to the occasion. No more, no less. No more, no less. So this is exactly what this is. So I'm going to circle back to infinity, because this is the introduction to the video. Infinity. What infinity is, and the lessons that infinity teaches us, because infinity is the creator, and creation creates creators, and creators create creations, coming full circle. So you see, you don't rise to the occasion. You don't rise to the occasion, because the occasion is the infinity, it's always been the here and now. It's us understanding that, us sinking to the level of training, and it's our self-awareness, our consciousness. How aware are we of infinity and the occasion? How aware and conscious are we of our nature, our infinite nature, the love for ourselves, for our creations, the energy of vibration, the creation itself, the habit, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation? How aware are we of the occasion? How aware are we of infinity? How aware are we of our nature, of the present moment, of the here and now, so we can create and love and do what we're supposed to do? That's all it is. That's what we meet. We meet the occasion, right? And then that's when we are creating, because we know our nature and what we know our purpose. We live to love and we love to live, and this is why we are here. Is that our level of training is a level of self-awareness, a level of consciousness, how much we love ourselves, how much we love others, how much we understand this notion of living to love and loving to live, our benevolent species, who we are, what we represent. No more, no less. When competing, then again, living life, the stage, the scene, the platform, the theta, the journey, the way, the course of action that we take, our true north, the destination, making our dreams come true through purposeful daily action as compass and sundials. When competing, when they in the competition of life, this is a competition against ourselves, because this is what it is. It's a competition against ourselves. It's a competition against ourselves. Is this the love that we have for ourselves, and communion with the sun and infinity itself, and understanding that we are creators and that we are here to do exactly that. It's a competition against ourselves, dealing with our fantasies and illusions, dealing with the fears, shattering illusions and fantasies, rendering them obsolete, discharging them, releasing them, deloading them, all these, okay, disintegrating the shadow. That's what it is about, our shadow, and becoming conscious. So that's it. So those with better training than you, meaning the examples of the leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, who are more conscious, more self-aware, more loving, will be there guiding us. Why? Because they will be able to meet the occasion. They will always rise to the occasion because they would understand that the occasion is the here and now, the moment. And when the occasion happens, they will meet it here and now. And they be one with it, in communion with it. When we stare at the sun, we open our heart, we open the portal, we build the bridge and understand our infinite nature. When we make our dreams come true, that's what this means, rising to the occasion, meeting the occasion, the here and now, manifesting our free will, purposeful daily action, making our dreams come true, flowing with energy and emotions, following our hearts, listening to our inner voice, and letting our true self energy guide us. So that's what that is. That's what it means. And other humans out there, other compasses, other sundials are there to teach us that lesson because we are seeing them competing, because they have the level of training. And we see them and the examples, the leaders, we see the actions, we see the contributions, the rewards they get as a result of that, and they're there to teach us. They're there to teach us, they're mentors. And that's the beauty of it, because everyone is competing against themselves in this journey of self-awareness, self-discovery, self-love, infinite eternal creation. No more, no less. Become the best train. And by the best train is the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself. The best person that you can be. You're how much you're using your compass. You're an infinite eternal creator. You're a sundial. This is who you are. This is who you are. You're an infinite eternal creator. You're a light spherical being. You're a benevolent species. You love with your heart, and heart is the highest frequency. Heart is the highest frequency. The pulse of 5, the pulse of creation, the human heartbeat. The human heartbeat. Okay? The human heartbeat. So this is all about become the best train and rise to the occasion, which is meet the moment. Meet the moment as the occasion rises. When the sun rises, you meet the moment, the here and now. You understand what it's about. You understand that this is about learning, and self-learning is a journey of self-discovery, infinite self-awareness, infinite consciousness, because infinity is that. Infinity is that. Infinity is infinite self-awareness and infinite self-consciousness that replicate itself across different levels and scales. Please refer to the previous video to know what I mean by this, because it was a long video that got cut off on purpose. So then again, no more, no less. So I'm going to read this again. So you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to your level of training. No more, no less. When competing, those with better training than you will always rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Become the best trained and rise to the occasion. No more, no less. Okay? And the occasion is that. The occasion is infinity. It's understanding what infinity is and what infinity represents. Light spherical energy, polarized, electromagnetic, and it has a surface that has tension in it and creates the original pulse, the prime mover, the first move of infinity, which is the pulse. It's an oscillation, it's a spark, and that generates everything in existence, which is us, and everything that exists in infinity. This is spherical in nature, and this is what it is. Please refer to the previous video so you understand who we are, our nature, so we can all rise to the occasion, because the occasion is the one that rises, so we can be in sync with it. Just like when we sundials and we pair with the sun, we quantum entanglement. We're doing quantum entanglement with the sun. We open the portal and we build the bridge. our electromagnetic field of creation, our pulse of life and the pulse of creation, syncs with the electromagnetic field of creation of the sun, the pulse of life and the pulse of creation of the sun. And when we do that, we are in communion with creation itself, and we understand our nature and the reason why we're here. We supercharge our brains, we supercharge our hearts, we have braver hearts, much more courageous actions. We take purposeful daily action, body energy, heart energy, mind energy, true self energy, together as one, taking purposeful daily action so we can manifest our dreams. Because our visions of ourselves happen in the brain, and it's our true self energy guiding us, because our true self essentially is that, it's infinity, it's infinite self-awareness, it's infinite consciousness. Is what allows us to understand what infinity is in the first place and what it represents, and we are infinite. Just like infinity itself, because we are infinity at the biological scale. This is who we are. And infinity is energy, and the way we create at the biological scale is with the human heart, and the human heart is love. The pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the human heartbeat generates the electromagnetic field that gives us life, and the highest energy that the heart can generate is love, the emotion of love, and the higher the frequency, the higher the creation. We know this very well. So love is the energy of creation. So we create with our hearts, we create with our love. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind.